Good Thursday morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, March the 18th. We are in day 26 of our journey with Jesus. I hope everyone had a good night, and be safe and careful as you are running around today. It could be ugly outside. Hopefully it's getting better, and it'll continue to get better, and we will avoid having some scary weather like the folks in the southeastern part of the U.S. got. Today we are in John chapter 19, verse 28. Later, knowing that everything had now been finished, and so that Scripture would be fulfilled, Jesus said, "I am thirsty." Jesus hung on that wooden beam, struggling for breath. He knew the end was near, and he cried out in physical agony, "I thirst." Why? There could perhaps be deep theological reasons. Maybe he was referring to his soul's yearning for people to come into the kingdom. I think, though, at this point, he was just crying out with parched lips and expressing his humanity. Yes, he was fully God, but he was also fully man. He bore the torture in his flesh. He suffered as a human in order to free all humanity. He who is the living water now expresses his desperate thirst. Jesus accepts his need for a drink. He lays down his right to be invulnerable in order to reach a hurting humanity. Are you acting like you have it all together? Do you realize that being vulnerable does not make you weak? That's a huge thing. Vulnerability is not weakness. Do you go to the spring of the living water in order to pour into the lives of others? It's a common thought that if you're vulnerable, if you allow yourself to be vulnerable, then you're allowing yourself to be hurt and you're weak. That is not the case at all. It actually takes great strength to be vulnerable. It's a very challenging thing, and throughout my life I've seen guys who allow themselves to open up and to be vulnerable to others. It's really one of the strongest things you see, and I think Jesus is doing that on the cross. Let's close in prayer. Jesus, I stand in awe of you, even as I remember just how vulnerable you became for my sake, that you, the living water, would express your thirst in order that I may identify more fully with you. You suffered as a man. You experienced every blow, every lash, every nail as a man. I fall down in awe. Amen. Some good stuff. Be vulnerable. It doesn't mean you're weak. Ask for help. God's there. Jesus suffered more than we could ever possibly imagine for us so that we could be forgiven. Don't forget that. It's the greatest gift we've ever been given. It comes directly from God. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 27. Have a good Thursday.